it is very important to know we can now, in principle, have reactors which are quantum reactor, not atomic reactor, but they are, in a sense, atomic reactor. We can, in principle, make them from pure space. We know space have effect. We know that for sure. Empty space, without air, without anything, without any field, without any electromagnetic, anything of that. They come later. Pure space-time, have an effect. We know that from Casimir effect, which was discovered by an engineer, Dutch engineer, Casimir, working around the end of World War II. He discovered it. So we know that space is expanding, not contracting. The universe is expanding, acceleratingly expanding. Have been measured. 2 Nobel Prize was taken in cosmology for that, physical cosmology. We know so many things which are astonishing, and they are all related to space. But why are we astonished? Why didn't we ask why the planets are moving? Nobody have put any fuel inside the planet to move. It's moving, and all this galaxy, and all that. And yet, they constitute only 4.5% of what should have been there. Wow. So where is the rest? Again.
So the universe of light matter is 4.5% of what is the ultimate universe.
Yeah. And it's amazing also because not only there is energy, part of it making the world expand, but there are even discrepancy about the gravitation. There is about 20% matter which is not visible. And people are always thinking where this come from and trying to postulate new particles, axion, and so on, to explain this missing mass.
Dark matter.
Dark matter. So we have dark matter, and we're still dark energy, pure dark energy, and together we call it dark energy, loosely speaking. But dark energy is 2 parts, really. The dark section is 2 parts. Dark matter, which is gravitational, missing, but the effect is there. And pure dark energy, which is expansive. So, again, and this time really is not the Britishest of Egyptians. It was the Britishest of something else. There was a fantastic man. He became the president of Weizmann Institute, and Weizmann Institute in Israel is the prime center of excellence, particularly in chemistry. And the president was a pure mathematician. And I think, I asked some of my colleagues there, they say he was singularly ineffective. He was not very good. Actually, this not very good man was advisor for the Ministry of War, or Ministry of Defense of Israel. And he was very successful. His son actually died needlessly, like so many people who die needlessly, in a fight with Egypt in one of the war. Thanks God it's over, but he died needlessly there. And he had a theorem. This man had a theorem. Any manifold, we could mathematically, in a sophisticated way, say this is a manifold, constituting a bottle wine bottle. any manifold which is more than 4-dimensional will have the property 5 and more.
5 dimensions or more.
More will have the property to have most of its volume. You may be, because it's 5 dimension, it's very difficult to imagine how it looks. But most of its volume is located at the outer layer. If our world is 5-dimensional, that means it would be in the language of physicists, would be a Kaluza-Klein universe. Theodore Kaluza, his son actually was my teacher of mathematics. And that's what I knew about him long ago. Then most of the volume of our manifold we live in and we call our universe would be at the end, as far as you can imagine.
In all directions.
In all directions. Conceivable direction in this convoluted picture of 5, not even 4. They thought Einstein, the 4 would be the surface, but the whole thing would be 5. So there will be about 95.5 of the volume will be outside, and the rest 4.5. Now, in order to have energy, you have to have volume. Volume is pre-energy, actually. It's almost self-evident. So it's very clear that part of this 95 is what we call dark energy. And part of it, dark matter, and the rest pure. The pure is expanding the universe, and this 20%, or 22% to be exact, are dark matter. So if you are living inside the manifold, like I hope we are now, then it's naturally you will be pulled by 20%, which you can't see because they are at the end of our universe. And this 20% you can use them for interstellar traveling without fuel. You need only to maneuver here and here. This is the end of the story. You can have reactor, you can have interstellar travel, and actually it's an English engineer who discovered that, and NASA took it over, and it became a very controversial matter if there are really this so-called EM drive, or this is something wrong.
So the EM drive, electromagnetic drive, they're calling it. And essentially what you're saying is it looks like there's interstellar travel available for free.
Yeah.
We can go anywhere, we just have to maneuver.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly. So that is the end of the story. We have so much, but we have to devote our effort and money and lifetime to these things, and not to waste it on struggling and nonsense. And that's why I hate anything connected to people fighting together. I don't think there is anything in the world worth fighting together. And there's all benefit if we fight our ignorance and start to learn really this wonderful thing about the universe, where energy, which is leading to so many wars everywhere since many, many years, can be as cheap as costing nothing except to sit and think about it.